Yo guys, what's going on? It's Bill Gamer here today, and for you guys especially, I've managed to go out and get the new game Banished. Now, if you guys know about Banished, Banished is basically it's a medieval version of SimCity, but it's got a lot more new terrain. Obviously, SimCity was just a flat piece of land which you could build on unless it had a few mountains or trees. But basically, you could just get rid of them no matter what, and no one would cut them down or anything. But in this game especially, you have to actually cut down your stone, cut down trees, and gather your own supplies to survive. I mean, as you can see, there's lots of things you can choose from at the start. A town name. For my channel's sake, I'm going to call it Billsborough. I think that'll be a perfect name. I think that's how you spell it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. But the map seed is obviously randomly generated, and it can be anything you want. It can be mountains, it can be valleys, it can be. That's what I'm going to take you through now. So, terrain type, you get valleys on mountains. Valleys is a lot flatter, I think. I'm not sure. You can prove me wrong on that, but I think it's valleys. And for the terrain size, you can have small, medium, or large. I think medium would be a good place to start. It means you can't expand miles, because I probably won't get miles, because it's one of my first times playing the game, and well, I hope I do well, but you just never know. It's a strategy game. You just don't know what's going to happen. With the climate, I think harsh will be, as it says, too harsh for me, because I don't really know ins and outs of the climate on the game. I don't know how it really affects you, so I'm just keeping it as fair. I'd recommend that for just starters like me. You know, it's fine. Disasters I want on, to be honest. I want to see a disaster, I want to see what happens. Maybe it'll be like, I don't know, plague or a tornado or something like that, but I would like to see the graphics in it. And for the starting conditions, I think medium, just like the other one, terrain size, because I think it'll be a bit more of a challenge to have it on medium. But as you guys can see, when you're loading up the first few, there's lots of different things around here. These are lots of stone houses, so obviously you would have to collect loads of stone like that there. But there is a few. I don't really see any workers, so they might be out digging somewhere. But this is a moderately big town. It will take quite a while to get up to there. But as you guys can see, I've spawned straight next to an absolutely ginormous lake. I've never seen a lake this big in this game, so that is interesting. Look at that. Oh look, it's even got a river next to it. How lovely. Look at that, that's lovely. That is really nice. And the river, I'm guessing, yeah, it goes all the way around. So basically we're like on a little island, so that's really quite nice. Until you get to that point, it's mountains. But overall, it's a nice looking starting position, but maybe not the best. We're surrounded by mountains on either side, which I'm guessing you can't build on unless it's a specific house. But we are surrounded by lots of rocks, well, not that much trees there anyway. We got lots of trees over in this part of the island, and well, if I wanted lots of stones and iron, I guess I'll just dig out that straight away. So here we are. We have our, hold on a second. So if you go into the second bar, you can get a general statistics, which is, as you see here, it's the number of adults. So I've got 10 adults. Students, I don't have a school, so I have no students, which is unfortunate, but I do have 6 children in the town who will grow up and help our town to bloom, I guess. As you can see here, the current weather is 5 degrees centigrade, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's centigrade. And as you can see, it's got the amount of stored logs here, which I'll take you into more detail. As you can see, the storage barn comes up here, and as you can see over here, the amount of stored clothes is in the storage barn. So this is basically a general statistics of what you've actually got in here, and the storage barn and the stockpile. So it's easier to have this up here, because if you've got a big town and you can't be bothered to find it, it's a lot easier to have it up here. So as you can see here, we've got an average health for the citizens. So if the average health starts to go down, they're going to contract disease and they might die, which will be tragic for the town, seeing we've only got 16 people living here at the moment. So we're going to have to get around to building a hospital eventually, but at the moment we don't need to, and everyone seems to be 5-star happiness, which is a really good start. So as you guys can see here, you got firewood, you got iron, you got logs, and you got stone. 4 different things, you need them all. Firewood's obviously used to keep warm during the winter, and they do use quite a lot of it. Iron, I'm not really sure. I don't know if that's iron or not, but it looks different to stone, so I'm guessing it might be iron. And then with the logs, obviously trees, you use them to build houses like like the one I'm going to show you in a minute anyway. And then you've got stone, which is obviously over there, which you can just dig, and at the moment the stockpile is 67% full, so that is quite full. So as you guys can see, you can also make show a log. So if any kid or anything was born or anyone dies, it will come up on this event log and it will say to you, like, I don't know, Amelia was born, for example. Then it will tell you when, so early spring, year 1, and then it will just tell you when they were born, etc. If you wanted a map of the area, then you can have this, but for me personally, I don't need a map. I would much rather look at the map myself, just go around, look at these nice, I think they're deer, I'm pretty sure, not really sure what type, but I really don't care. But then you can assign your jobs to citizens, so this is an important part of the gameplay in this. You can start off with 10 labourers, as I said, we've got 10 adults and they're all labourers at the moment. Now they've all got different types of jobs and they all do different types of things, but you really need to be careful what you assign, because if you assign too much builders, so if I was to assign, I don't know, 8 builders and only no farmers and 2 herdsmen, if I got nothing to herd, then there's no point in having herdsmen. And if I've got 8 builders and no farmers, I can't grow crops, so it'll be a bit of a struggle then. So obviously you need to make food for your first year. I mean, 1,800 is the amount of stored food. I think that's just potatoes, isn't it? Yeah. But that is, trust me, that's not a lot. That is not a lot for a whole bustling town. So anyway, I think I'm going to press play, and well, let's get started. So as you can see here, we've got a wooden house. You can change the design. I mean, for me it's by pressing F. It might be different, but mine is on the default setting. So as you can see, there's lots of different types of houses everywhere. You can choose any house you want, really. I mean, I really don't mind what house I get, so that one's quite nice. I think I'll change to this one, and I think, for me personally, I'll place it there, and maybe a second house here. And obviously you guys might realise, but I'm not actually placing the same house, because I like a lot of diversity in my villages, and well, to have different types of houses, I think it just adds a bit of diversity, as I said. And I'll just choose a nice house there, and just all these people in my town, such as what's your name, as Jocelyn, who is a 17-year-old girl. They can live in these houses. They can, maybe she can go out with, I don't know, let me see if I can find a guy, this guy, Darrell. So Darrell is a builder, he's educated, because I think all the adults start off educated, so that's good. So they could move into a house together and have a kid, and then the population will go up, which is exactly what we want. So at the moment, as you can see, we've got 3 houses on the go, people are building houses, and so if you look down here, it says food production, resource production, and then removal and destruction tools. Now this is used, so if you wanted to get rid of a structure, you use the first one. If you wanted to remove resources, then you can remove anything in the selected area. If you wanted to harvest trees specifically, then you could easily go and do that. But for me, I want to collect a bit of stone, so I'll collect the stone in that area. Collect the iron, which is there. As you can see, it's highlighted in red. So obviously those weren't stones, but these are iron. Oh god, I didn't even press iron. Sorry about that. There's the iron. So we can highlight the iron. So it was iron, like I said. And then if I wanted to cut down a few trees, I can just highlight it like this. And then my labourers will go off and they'll chop down this. Leave the builders to work on the houses, and they'll come back. And when they come back, then they will bring back all the supplies and put on the storage pile or in the storage barn. So to start off with, obviously we're going to need some food. Food is a primary resource which we need, or people will die, and we don't want that. No one would want that. But to start off with, should we get a hunting cabin, a gatherer's hut, maybe, or a fishing dock? I mean, we've got a lovely, lovely big river, so I think that we should have a fishing dock if we can find a suitable place, like there. It looks like a nice place, or maybe a bit further down here. That's lovely, look at that. Right on the tip there. Wait, we should put it in line with the storage barn. Oh, it can't be placed. It's obviously the water's too deep there, guys, so We've got to be careful of that, because I didn't know that actually was in the game. So maybe if I turned it around. No. Well, it doesn't seem like we're going to have a fishing dock as our primary source, unless we were to move over there somewhere. But I guess we'll have staff of a hunting cabin. Where should I put the hunting cabin? Should I put it in here? I mean, look, it's got an area. As you can see, the yellow line around it is the area in which you would hunt. So I think we would want it further out here, so maybe here. I think that'd be better, because you've got a more of a wider into the forest, and or maybe there, that's even further. There, I think there. I think that's a good place. So over here, so you guys might be thinking, oh no, there's trees in the way. Well, the trees don't matter, because when the builders come over, the labourers will come over with them, bring in all the stuff, and then they'll start chopping down the trees which are in the way. Which is a good thing, so you can then go on and build stuff. And as you can see, there's already 3 houses made, and people are living there. As you can see, Buston and Skyland have moved in. There are a couple, a 14-year-old builder and a 19-year-old labourer, and they already have, is that their children, or is that just random children? I'm not sure, but they'll be a bit weird if they. Oh well. But as you can see here, Gennaro, a 12-year-old labourer boy, and oh, it's Jocelyn, the 18-year-old builder, who puts in all of her final touches onto all 3 of these houses. It's just they've moved into the middle one, so hopefully, fingers crossed, they should have a child, and that will increase the capacity of our town. I can't remember what it's called, the number of children in the town, which will be fine. And then once they reach the age of 10, then they'll become a labourer for your town, which is just another worker. So we can get them into a builder, we can get them into a gatherer, we can get them into a farmer, we can get them into either or. And in the final house we got Daryl, who's a 19-year-old builder, Cheryl, I think is 11-year-old labourer, and Elmer's their child, who is 5 years old. Actually, I don't think that's their child, actually, he'll be 6. Be a bit dodgy. So we got 3 people there, 2 people there, and 4 people there. So 9 people, and there's 17 in the village. So already that's not suffice. We want everyone living there. So put it round like that. Is it that far away? Let's turn the camera around. So there. Yeah, I think now. And then if we scroll through the houses again. I think I might have been one off, but oh well, you can just change it around. It doesn't make much difference. It's just looks nice, and now there's going to be enough places for people to live, which would be lovely. As you can see, people are still out here getting their manual labour done, pulling everything, making everything. We've still got the hunting cabin, over here, which is 0% complete, but everyone's taking the supplies here to the stockpile, where it's going to be built. Now if I just pause that here, because I do like stuff to be symmetrical, and it looks like it is perfectly symmetrical. So that's better than I expected. It's good to see. So I guess I'll let this guy here. What's his name? Oh, it's Gennaro. I think Gennaro can build up a lovely house, and hopefully, unless he's moved in somewhere else, move in there. It'll be a great thing to see. Oh no, he has moved in somewhere else. He's moved in with Jocelyn. Alright. Here's Skyland. I don't think she's living anywhere unless she's living in this house, which she isn't. So poor Skyland, unless she. No, she's here. So at the moment, we're gonna have maybe spare room for people, or maybe if people wanted to move out, then they can. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a nice little town, good looking and everything. So if we wanted to have a farm, we would make a crop field. So if I wanted to make a crop field, I don't know, here, maybe there. So if I wanted a 6x6 crop field, then if I place that there, people will go chop down the tree. And then if I go back onto this one, number 4 down, then I can make someone into a farmer. But at the moment, we'll have one farmer. We've got 5 labourers. We'll maybe get rid of the labourers. We don't need that much. We've managed to get a few stones. People are now chopping down trees. So it's good to see. And once this, I keep forgetting what it's called. Once this hunting cabin's done, we'll change it in so one of the or 2 of the labourers will become hunters, and they'll go around and hunt some deer, get some food, get some venison, I think it's called in this game. But as you can see, Blackisha, who I'm pretty sure hasn't moved into any house, is working. She's working to make this house work, and she's working with Yoselin, the chief builder on most houses, and well, with her final touch, no house is going to be wrong, because we know that in this town there's no room for errors. So with Yoselin building, we know that it's going to be perfect. And as you can see, this is Cheryl. So all of the women in the town are going to build, so that's good. Good to see. Sorry about that delay, guys. It's just I had to quickly do something, but I had to press pause to go away, guys. So you've missed nothing. I just want you guys to make sure you get the full experience from this game, and just like I'm doing right now, enjoy the actual look of it. Because as you can see, even though it's raining outside, everyone's working. It's 26 degrees centigrade or Celsius, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, but look, Shalondin has become an adult. So as I was saying before, so if you go on this one and you go on the 4th one to the right, then now there's another labourer in the town because she's just become an adult. So if I wanted to change her into a farmer, then I can. If I wanted to change her into a hunter, then I will. But I don't. The hunting cabin's not built yet, I don't think. Oh, who's this? Is this Yoselin? Or is this? I know it's Shalondin, the newest member of the adults, and a new farmer. So she's picking up the resources from the hunting cabin, where we're going to get some food. So as you can see, at the moment it's got 0% yield. I'm not really sure when they start working. It's late spring and they haven't got any crops or anything. So no one seems to be working. Are you a farmer? No, you are a builder, but all the houses have gone through. I've just run out of stone, so I'll get labourers to go out. Is that stone, yeah? No, it's firewood. Well, I don't really need firewood, but for the moment I'll just get them to cut down some trees and collect some stone. That's stone, that's iron. So as you can see, people are over here placing down trees, placing down the logs, placing down stone, and everyone's just going over. And for me, at the moment, you don't need that 6 builders, because I'm not building anything. I'm building this, I keep forgetting the name, I keep building this hunting cabin. Why do I need to? Hello sir, just a builder, busting. He's busting to build. That's pretty bad, but it's gonna work because he's busting to build up the new hunting cabin, which is gonna provide food for the whole city. And as you can see, guys, this is what I was talking about earlier. The amount of stored food was 2,000, and it's gone all the way down to 300. Now, my main priority, and I insist that you guys do, was probably to make food production first. But they are going over there now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they will make it in time for no one to starve to death. I mean, that would not be a good start. And no, I don't think anyone wants anyone to starve to death. If you do, that's not very nice, I guess. But I mean, I would like a fishing dock, because I think it would add much more food, and it's such a nice lake. It's a bit. It doesn't feel right to waste it. But it's just I don't seem to be able to... Oh, wait. Oh, yes. Oh, no. One block. Why? No. That is really annoying. Oh, wait. If I place it there... There we go. Okay, we got a fishing dock. That's amazing now. So we got a fishing dock. We're building a hunting cabin over here. I finally got the name right. It's only taken me approximately 21 minutes to do so. Something like that. And well, I think I'm going to end this video here, guys. So if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. I hope you guys did. And I'll be back for the next video as soon as I can. See you guys later.